What's up, friends? It is Thursday, September 27th, and this is episode 63 of The Daily Comic. I'm Jimmy Bird. This is a show in which I read one comic book a day and then come here and tell you what I think about that comic, a spoiler-free review for an already spoiled world. This is no exception. Stranger Things Issue 1. Stranger Things Issue 1. Their team in here is all right there. Jody Houser, Stefano Martino, Keith Champagne, Lauren Aff, and Nate Picos is the team that worked on this book, put out by Dark Horse Comics, which, again, I said this when they released Mystery Science Theater 3000, the comic book, and I reviewed that. Netflix, you've gone out and bought an entire comic book company. Why are your intellectual properties being put out on Dark Horse Comics? It doesn't make sense to me. If somebody from Netflix and or Dark Horse and or Miller World could get back to me on that, much appreciated. Drop that in my comments below, and thank you for your time. So, my review of Stranger Things Issue 1, it was pretty good, but almost uneventful. So, the story behind this is that you get what Will is doing in the Upside Down during Season 1. This is a 4-issue miniseries, all kind of following Will. We get a closer look at the Upside Down, and we get to see Will's perspective on the events that transpire during Season 1. So I'm kind of in the middle on this. I think, again, personally, as a fan of Stranger Things, and by the way, I am a fan of Stranger Things, Season 1 blew my mind, Season 2 did just about the same. It's a lot of fun. I love all the elements. One of the things I love most about it is the all-encompassing mystery about the Upside Down, what it is, what's going on, and stuff like that. For me, as a fan of the show, I feel like this pulls back the curtain a little bit of that mystery, but not in the best of ways. We get to see Will and what's going on, and we get to see more of the Upside Down. But I think part of what makes Stranger Things work as a television show is that mystery, and that eventually they can unfold that any way they want to about Hawkins, Indiana, and so on and so forth. And this comic book, even though the events have already happened, and it doesn't necessarily have to be canon, and it doesn't they can tell Will's story without ruining anything that's going to happen in the upcoming issues or really anything like that. That I think it draws away from the mystery of the show for me as a fan. But also, it was a lot of fun to see. But it's also very simple. You know, I think Will's story has been told, and we kind of know where he goes from point A to point B. And this is just kind of like fill in the blanks, kind of like a filler episode of a television show, if you would. So this is just kind of that. It feels like filler. But if you're a Stranger Things fan, I think you'll get excited to see it and to see what's going on. It's not just all about Will. You see the boys, and just like it did in the show, the boys are still playing their D&D game, and somehow the game, like life imitates art, imitates life, which is what Will's experiencing in the Upside Down during the time. I will say that the art is a lot of fun because one of the great elements of Stranger Things, it feels like it's thrown back into the 80s, and the art in this book does the same thing. The art in this book works really, really well because you feel like you're reading a comic book straight out of the 80s, and that's not a bad way. Not saying it's retro or dated. I'm saying that they did a very good job in making it feel like a comic book that would come out during the time of the Stranger Things kids. So, kudos to that. Like I said, I'm in the middle. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I think I didn't get the bang for my buck that I wanted to. But it's Stranger Things. And of course, being a Stranger Things fan, I'm going to read 1, 2, 3, and 4 of this. So, what did you think of Stranger Things Issue 1? Am I totally off topic with my review? Please let me know in the comments below. You can also let me know what you think I should read next. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, tell all your friends, and I'll see everybody tomorrow with another comic. Have a great night.